Today we're going to be talking about a very important experience in my life that I think um, has greatly impacted how I think of myself and others, how I connect with everyone else, that happened about a year ago, but still ties into events that happened only a couple months ago. So, for today's Yap session, we're going to be talking about homecoming and some things related to it, so I hope you enjoy. So, for some context, the person in this video is a trans man who I've known for about half my life. I've known this guy for like 8 years or something. We went to elementary school together. I knew him before he transitioned. I knew him after. I still know him, unfortunately, because he's friends with my friends. And this story is a true story that happened about a year ago, roughly. And we've known each other for a long time. The very end of 8th grade, like on the last day, he kind of confessed his feelings to me. I mean, I had kind of had a hint, but I didn't really know what that was about. So, you know, he confessed his feelings on the last day of middle school. So it was not that serious, in my opinion. If middle school, like, you know, I guess you get a free pass, you know. Make it serious if you want, not if you don't, I don't know. Regardless, I have a bit of history with this guy. But he never acted on that. He didn't text me all summer. You know, I didn't get that bent out of shape about it that summer because I was kind of already dating someone else. So I didn't really care. Anyway, I have a lot of history with this guy. We know each other pretty well. And throughout freshman year, I kept dating the person that I was already in a relationship with, who I briefly touched on in a couple other videos. Now, last year, around the very beginning of October, I get word that this guy, this new guy, the trans guy, who I'm going to call Saul, like Saul Goodman, I get word that he likes me, and I am freshly broken up after getting together with my ex, who I'd been broken up with for 6 months at this point. I had gotten back together with him about a month ago for a week because I was a dumbass. It was a shitty thing of me to do, and I'll own up to it. You know, it was fucking stupid. I didn't need that, she didn't need that. It was just a fucking waste of both of our times, and it made both of us feel shit. Alright, it's just a dumb fucking decision to make mistakes, sorry. Anyway, beginning of October, a couple weeks after or about a week, I don't know the exact timeline, but like, sometime after I had broken up with my ex after getting back together with her, I get word that he has feelings for me. He has a little crushy crush on me. Oh boy. Crush, like 2 Hollis. Wow. Wonderful, guys. I'm so hyped. My gold hoodie is in the mail. I dropped 120 bones on that bitch. God, that is way too expensive. But you know what? It's a pretty heat hoodie, and I don't own any good zip-ups. I mean, none that are black, at least. I have one, but it's pink, and that definitely does not go with every outfit. So anyway, I get word that he likes me, and I'm happy about that. I'm like, great. You know, I need to get a love interest right now because I am freshly out of a relationship and I am pissed off and upset, and not really, but I'm just, I want to talk to someone and just fucking be with someone. That's all well and good. And I'm like, okay, great. He has a crush on me. That makes me kind of have a crush on him because he's cute. He's nice. Wow, how wonderful. Seems perfect. Fuck. I was trying to drink my water and I fucking died. I hope that doesn't lead to me losing. I eventually, you know, kind of say, after a while, I mean, a couple days probably, like, I tell him through mutual friends, like, hey, I kind of got a crush on you too. And then we start talking. And we start texting. We don't have any classes together, so we don't hang out that much in person at this point, but we still do at least a little bit. I still talk to him as much as I could. That's all well and good. We're having a nice little calm little talking stage going. Great. Sounds wonderful. And eventually, towards the end of October, comes homecoming. It's on the last Saturday of October. And I'm kind of like, okay, well, I don't think this guy is gonna make a move on me. Actually, I don't think that. He outright said that to one of his friends who I was, close with, giving me a bit of insider info. He's like, yeah, he's waiting for you to make a move. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll have to fucking do something. And I wasn't too upset about that, but, whatever. So I do. I do make a move. I text him and I say, hey, can you meet me before school tomorrow? Because on this particular day, our school started a little bit late. So we had some time before classes to just chill, do whatever you want, sleep in, not show up for a little while, whatever you wanted to do. So I say, hey, meet me during this time. He's like, great, sounds good. And the night prior, I had made a note for him. Not really a note, but a letter. A nice little letter. It was a green piece of construction paper, because that's his favorite color. And I asked him what flowers he's like. He's like, oh, I like green flowers. And I was like, okay, fuck, I can't find any green flowers, so... he likes to smell good, so I'll fucking put some sage in there, because I have that growing in my backyard. Close enough, man. Enjoy your green sage. And I meet him in person. I hand him this letter. He reads it. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm so flattered. Is this romantic or platonic that you're asking me to homecoming? And I say, yeah, it's romantic. I don't know why I would go through all that for a platonic date, I guess. I don't know. Some people are different, man. I don't know. But one way or another, I'm like, yeah, it's romantic. And he's like, oh, okay. That sounds good. Let's make it happen. I feel the same way. And I'm like, great, that's so hype. That's so epic, man. Let's totally do that, dude. That's lit. So that's all well and good, and we keep talking for the next 3 or 4 days leading up to homecoming. That's all well. That's all good. It's all joyous and jolly. And, we get to homecoming. I get to homecoming a little bit after him. We're both there with our friends as well, not just each other. Because we figured, it'd just be a little easier. Because we all, have our own friends and stuff. And I'm there with my friends that he doesn't really know, and he's there with his friends, who I actually am really close with, so whatever. We're both there with friends. He gets there a little before me. He sends me an Instagram DM as I'm in line waiting to get in, and this DM says, hey, can you meet me before the dance, and we talk? And I was like, alright, sure, whatever. And I didn't know what the fuck that meant. I don't think anyone could really know exactly what that means. I was, like, asking my friends, like, hey, do you know what the fuck this would mean in this context? And they're like, oh, he wants to kiss you and talk to you and have a special moment. Whatever. Sounds great. I'm like, that's not what I'm anticipating to happen, but it's what I'm hoping to happen. What I'm anticipating is just like, hey, little fine shit. Let's talk, slime. You little nerd. That's what I'm anticipating. Just like some stupid fucking dumb shit. I don't know, man. Not that deep, but I just hope something not bad happens. At this point, I didn't know what was about to happen. Now, 20 minutes later or so, I would know what happens. And it's not something good. It's not even something not bad, which is what I was anticipating. No, it's something god-awful. Probably the most heartbreaking, gut-wrenching, soul-crushing news I received that month. And this is what he said. He's like, hey, I've low-key been leading you on for 3 weeks, and trying to force myself to have a crush on you. I used to have a crush on you in 8th grade, but once I found out that you were dating someone, I could never do that again, even though he literally told me that he had a crush on me again 2 years after the fact, mind you. After the initial 8th grade confession of feelings or whatever. I don't really care because it's 8th grade. Who gives a shit? Well, it's important for this timeline. And he's like, yeah, for the last 3 weeks I've been trying to force myself to like you, and I haven't been able to do it. I've never actually had any feelings for you this whole time. And I'm in shock. I don't know what in God's name I'm supposed to say to that. I don't even know how I'm supposed to process that, and I don't process that when it happens. I'm just too dumbfounded to know what in God's name to do. So I'm just like, oh, okay. And then he starts crying. Like, I just said some nonchalant shit, and then this dickhead starts crying me a river, I guess. For whatever reason. And, you know, me being a human being with basic concept of empathy and emotions, I see someone crying, and I'm like, oh, shit, you need a hug? You good? What's going on? So he's like, yeah, I need a hug, and I fucking give this dumbass a hug. I'm not even aware of what's happened yet. I'm not even, haven't even processed anything, so I can't even get mad about this yet. And then 20 seconds goes by. My friends were all waiting for me as this is happening, because he pulled me to the side, but they were all kind of, like, watching as this went down. And they just saw that it kind of ended in a hug. I don't think they saw anything else. They're like, oh, this must be good. This must be great. It was not great. It was not great at all. I'm pissed off. I tell my friends what happened. They're like, damn, what a hoe. You know, valid. You know, what a fucking stupid bitch. Whatever. Who gives a shit? Fuck that. Let's go get turned. I did not get turned. I was too pissed to get turned. I should have gotten turned, although I think I'm pretty valid for not getting turned. Instead, this entire homecoming, I sit down with my friend and cry and get mad and get pissed and just say, hey, fuck this guy. This guy's a dick. Pretty much it. I'm just like, hey, this guy's a real dickhead. And my friend's nice enough to stand or sit down with me this entire time. They're a great friend, by the way. Q, if you're watching this, you're fucking great for that. And that's cool. That's all well and good. Not well and good, but, you know, at least someone gave a fuck, you know? Someone gave a fuck and was like, hey, man, I'll stay with you. It's chill. That shit, it's booty, man. Some dog shit, dude. Some straight, terrible shit. But anyway, that was my homecoming experience last year. It wasn't all bad. I still had a good time, for part of it. Although it was, to be honest, after I left homecoming, I went to my friend's house, and, her brother drove us around and took us to get in and out, and went very fast on the highway in his Audi. It's very fun. You know. I had a good night after I was done with the homecoming part. And I had a good talk with, my friend. He was great. Anyway, that was what happened last year. And this year, at the beginning of the month, I had a talking stage. I had a girl who, again, I briefly touched on this, previously, who, you know, she's also trans, although she didn't go to my school. We met through a mutual friend, or I guess we were introduced through a mutual friend. We never met up, per se. We've only ever texted or anything. And I had a talking stage with her. Now, granted, I would be okay if this was platonic. I just needed a person to talk to. She did not have to go to homecoming with me. I did not ask her to go to homecoming with me. She probably did not even know that I had homecoming this late in October. Doesn't matter. That's what's happening at the beginning of this October. And, you know, I'm at least thinking, you know, well, even if I don't end up going to homecoming with this person, at least I got someone to talk to. At least I get, you know, someone to share my feelings with. At least I get someone to fill that gap that I normally feel quite heavily. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, alright, you know what? I don't have to go to homecoming with this person, but, you know, if I did, that would be great. As long as I got someone to talk to. Talk to her. Talk to her. And I was talking to her. But not for long, I guess. Because eventually she ghosted me. After I made a Celeste joke. And I think it took me a while to get over this shit. Yeah, I don't think the ghosting was because of the Celeste joke. I guess she just, I don't know, found some other person or just not interested in me anymore. Oh, fucking whatever. I just hate when people are too pussy to actually, like, say that shit. Yeah, say it with your chest if you don't fuck with me. Just say it. Don't be a bitch and ghost me. That's some fuck shit, dude. But anyway, regardless of what I feel, that's what happened. And I feel like trash, dude. I feel awful. I have a bit at this point in my life a few months ago, I had a bit of an alcohol problem. I'll be completely honest here. You know, so I'm already not at a good spot. But it's not made any better by this. And I go into my I put myself to bed with a lot of Smirnoff the next few nights. And you know, it is what it is. It fucking, you know, who gives a shit? I'm no longer an alcoholic. This was like a 3-week phase in my life, thankfully, and not a continuous thing. If it was, I would be much more concerned. But it's caused me to not touch alcohol since. And that's not to say that I won't ever again. I just think it's bad, because I made the mistake of doing drugs when I was at a bad point in my life. Anyway, I'm depressed, I'm pissed off, upset, horrified, quite frankly, disgusted, and all of these horrible feelings. So much, in fact, that I don't even go to homecoming this year. I feel so garbage, I don't even want to go. And that's what I did. This year, I did not go to home. Because, first of all, I had just lost the only person in my life who I've been able to talk to deeply about any of the feelings that I had previously never opened up about. At least not in depth. So I feel like trash on that front. I just lost someone to talk to. On a lesser end, I feel trash because I didn't get to go to homecoming with this person, or meet her even. And I had talked to her a lot, and, you know, I know she was a cool person or whatever, at least from what I could see. You know. But I didn't get to go to homecoming with her. And that was not the worst thing in the world, I didn't expect it. But it did kind of suck to me that I didn't even get the chance to meet her. That really bothered me, and I won't pretend it doesn't. People will be like, oh, it's not that deep because this is just fucking online. Well, it kind of is that deep because I really value the conversations I had with this person. They know more about me than most of my friends. I mean, that's not entirely true, but at least about being trans they do. So, you know, I don't take that lightly. And on the third end, I feel like shit because my last homecoming experience was terrible. And that person, Saul, would also be going to homecoming this year. I was just pissed off about it. I was just like, alright, you know what? I don't want to fucking see this guy. I don't want to go with my friends. I don't even want to attend homecoming because I know the only way I'm going to get turned is with substance abuse. And you know what? That's not something I'm interested in. So I stayed home and I watched a movie about some dude with Down syndrome becoming a wrestler. And you know what? You know what? That was one of the best decisions I could have made. I had a lovely time being sober. And I did not get turned. I enjoyed my time watching this movie. And I did not have to see Saul's ugly ass face. Anyway, that was my fucking terrible homecoming experience last year, and that's why I chose to not have another terrible experience this year. Liked this video? Let me know. If you think I sound batshit crazy, who is this bitch? Get out of here. I guess tell me that too. Regardless, prioritize yourself. And find someone that you can connect with. I fucking finally found someone that I can connect with, a couple days ago. I'm very happy about that. That's all I need. So, if you're struggling to find connection, go out, find it. I found this person on Minecraft. It can happen anywhere. You just gotta look. I'm sorry that I got so heated in this video. I'm not in a good mood. I was in a good mood before I started recording. Now I am not. This pissed me off to record. So, before it runs out of disk space, thanks for watching. If you liked it, let me know.